Good morning. Today is Friday, December 29th. I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. Officials in Ukraine say Russia has launched its largest aerial assault this year. NPR's Hanna Palmarenko reports from Kyiv 16 people have been killed and nearly 100 others have been wounded.
Russia launched its most massive air attack on Ukraine this morning, using about 160 weapon units of different kinds, including drones, as well as ballistic, supersonic, and cruise missiles. Ukrainian officials say air defense forces shot down most of them. The attack damaged civilian infrastructure of major Ukrainian cities across the country, targeting hospitals, schools, residential buildings, warehouses, and a subway station.
NPR's Hanna Palmarenko reporting. Thousands of Palestinian civilians are fleeing central Gaza. The Israeli military is continuing to bombard that part of the enclave. The Palestinians are moving to southern Gaza, but that area is already extremely overcrowded. Maine is removing Donald Trump from the state's 2024 presidential primary ballot. A ruling from Colorado's Supreme Court earlier this month resulted in the same decision. As NPR's Windsor Johnston reports, both states cite Section 3 of the 14th Amendment.
Maine Secretary of State, a Democrat, said she concluded that Trump used a false narrative or election fraud to inflame his supporters and direct them to the Capitol to prevent the certification of the 2020 election and the peaceful transfer of power. Maine is the second state to remove the former president from the primary ballot. The Colorado State Supreme Court issued a similar ruling last week that will likely end up in front of the U.S. Supreme Court in the coming weeks. The Trump campaign issued a statement pledging to file a legal objection. Other states have similar challenges pending. Windsor Johnston, NPR News.
Despite most indicators showing an improving economy, corporate bankruptcies are surging. As NPR's Bobby Allen reports, experts say one major factor is all the debt that companies took on when interest rates were near zero during the pandemic.
Many corporations took out big loans and expanded fast in 2020 when borrowing costs were extremely low. But as interest rates rose in recent years, some companies with large loans ran out of money and weren't able to borrow. That has led to an uptick in corporate bankruptcies. According to S&P Global Markets, nearly 600 companies filed for bankruptcy this year. That's one of the highest rates in the past decade. Many of the companies, like Rite Aid, Bed Bath & Beyond, and scooter company Bird, entered what's known as Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's a process aimed at cutting expenses, restructuring debt, and emerging a healthier company. But some firms go under in the process. Bobby Allen, NPR News.
You're listening to NPR News from Washington.